Whew! Oh my god. These switches are ridiculous. The clear housing makes my board 100 times brighter for sure. And it really just feels like I'm typing on mush.
Yeah. We getting money, yeah, and we don't really care about these haters, what they saying, fuck them down. Yeah. We staying hungry, yeah, and we are gonna grind till we drive them out their minds, fuck them down. Yeah.
This is going to be a quick and dirty video on how to lube your switches. And no, I will not be using KYC lube, that's for you and your partner. I'll also be assembling Satan switches. What are Satan switches? Check them out at the end of the video. First, I will be giving away this GMMK compact towards the end of the month to help grow the channel, so subscribe so you don't miss out. What you'll need. All links to these items will be in the description. 1. Switches. Hey! 2. A thin brush. 3. Some Krytox G205 Grade 0 lube. I got this from Amazon and it works great. Much cheaper than buying from the hobby sites. 4. A plastic tray or cap or saran wrap, anything you can use to squirt your lube on. Hey! 5. Key switch opener or a small screwdriver kit. 6. Time. This will take a while, but for me it's really relaxing with some Palo Santo and candles and some music. Get comfortable. Get your switch and open them up. I've already pre-opened these Halo switches while I was building Holy Pandas. Take the spring and stem, placing them off to the side for now. Dip your brush in the lube and scrape any excess lube from the brush. Remember, less is more. You really don't need much lube. Brush the side of the housing around 3 times each. These are the sides that the stem travels on. The goal is to lube every part that rubs against another. Hey! Then twist the brush around the peg that holds the spring. Being careful not to get any lube on the leaf, which is the metal part here. We are done with the base, but we're not going to go back for more lube just yet. Time to pick up that spring. Run your brush across both sides of the spring and the inside. Install the spring back into the base housing by placing it on the peg. Now we are going to go back for more lube. Add a little bit more lube on the top of that spring and then grab the stem with your index finger and thumb. Run your brush across 3 times on all of the following areas. The 2 sides that touch the housing channel, front and back, being careful not to touch the legs. If you want switches super smooth, you can lube the legs, but if you have tactile switches, I caution you. Lubing the legs will definitely alter the feel. These are linear switches, so I'll be lubing the legs. Finally, coat the heart of the stem with your brush. This is the part that the spring will be rubbing up against. Place the stem inside the spring, lining up the legs to the metal leaf. Place the top housing back on the switch, snapping it into place. You're done with your first one. Now do 60 more. The rest of the video is a sound sample of the GMMK compact with Satan switches. I basically took the leftover Halo switches from my Holy Pandas and put MX Red stems in them. I imagine it will feel like a heavier linear like MX Blacks, but it could hit a sweet spot. I basically made up the name Satan Switch with the only other person who had input on the name from my Holy Panda video. Thanks for the comment. So the whole purpose of halos are to prevent you from like bottoming out. And I like and respect it for what it is. But these switches, these Satan switches do that, but in a linear fashion. And it's really, really nice. It's what I kind of hoped for with blacks. These start off light on the press, and then they kind of increase in pressure as you go down in the key press. I mean, I have never felt anything like this before. These are just my initial impressions, but listen, if I can say anything about this, it's definitely going to be your silent switch if you really, really like something silent. Oh man, it literally feels like typing on memory foam. I don't know how else to explain it. Interesting. Let me know if you would like me to do a full review on these. I mean, I really got to take these switches through the test of time and play some games with them. Man, I'm excited.